What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all absolutely fine. And today, as usual, we're gonna continue with the manual Enchiridion of Epictetus, and I'm gonna start with the 46th part. So let's get started. On no occasion call yourself a philosopher, nor talk at large of your principles among the multitude, but act on your principles. For instance, at a banquet, do not say how one ought to eat, but eat as you ought. And remember that Socrates had so completely got rid of the thought of display that when men came and wanted an introduction to philosophers, he took them to be introduced. So patient of neglect was he. And if a discussion arises among the multitude on some principle, keep silent for the most part, for you are in great danger of blurting out some undigested thought. And when someone says to you, "You know nothing," and you do not let it provoke you, then know that you are really on the right road. For sheep do not bring grass to their shepherds and show them how much they have eaten, but they digest their fodder and then produce it in the form of wool and milk. Do the same yourself. Instead of displaying your principles to the multitude, show them the results of the principles you have digested. 47. When you have adopted the simple life, do not pride yourself upon it. And if you are a water drinker, do not say on every occasion, "I'm a water drinker." And if you ever want to drink laboriously, keep to yourself and do not make a show of it. Do not embrace status. If you are very thirsty, take a good draught of cold water and rinse your mouth and tell no one. 48. The ignorant man's position and character is this: he never looks to himself for benefit or harm, but to the world outside him. The philosopher's position and character is that he always looks to himself for benefit and harm. The signs of one who is making progress are: he blames none, praises none, complains of none, accuses none, never speaks of himself as if he were somebody or as if he knew anything. And if any one compliments him, he laughs in himself at his compliment. And if one blames him, he makes no defense. He goes about like a convalescent. Careful not to disturb his constitution on its road to recovery until it has got firm hold. He has got rid of the will to get, and his will to what is directed no longer to what is beyond our power, but only to what is in our power and contrary to nature. In all things he exercises his will without strain. If men regard him as foolish or ignorant, he pays no heed. In one word, he keeps watch and guard on himself as his own enemy, lying in wait for him. 49. When a man prides himself on being able to understand and interpret the books of Chrysippus, say to yourself, if Chrysippus had not written obscurely, this man would have had nothing on which to pride himself. What is my object? To understand nature and follow her. I look then for someone who interprets her, and having heard that Chrysippus does, I come to him. But I do not understand his writings, so I seek an interpreter. So far there is nothing to be proud of, but when I have found the interpreter, it remains for me to act on his precepts. That and that alone is a thing to be proud of, but if I admire the mere power of exposition. It comes to this, that I am turned into a grammarian instead of a philosopher, except that I interpret Chrysippus in place of Homer. Therefore, when someone says to me, read me Chrysippus, when I cannot point to actions which are in harmony and correspondence with his teachings, I'm rather inclined to blush. Right, guys. So as usual, we're gonna continue tomorrow. Thank you for joining today in this video. I'm gonna say bye.